What is good, everyone, and welcome back to the Nostalgia podcast. My name is Taylor, aka Nostalgia. Joining me is As Told by Zoe. What's good, my guy?
Hello. Coming in live from sunny Miami, Florida.
And also sunny Atlanta, Georgia. Also joining me is Kalex Everything. Welcome back, and how you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a fun day. It's gonna be a day full of yelling. I dyed my hair gray because y'all be turning it gray anyway. So it's fun.
We need to get our sportscaster voices ready.
Right.
In this corner.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it is going to be an interesting day. You know, Kayla mentioned that we're going to be yelling at each other because today we are finally finishing the Miyazaki Magic series. We're getting this off of our plate. It's been going on for way too long because we've had some missed weeks, plus some filler episodes, plus some other stuff that we've had to kind of deal with, and we're finally at the end. We're right at the end. There's one movie that we did not watch, which is Nazca, or that's how you say it. I don't think
Nazca. Yeah, I've seen it. It's good.
So have I.
Yeah. We can circle back to that one, but we had like a 10-part series. If you've been with us since then, we started with Princess Mononoke and then finished with Boy and the Heron, which is his most recent Miyazaki film. Kind of giving our analysis and our takes on what we liked and didn't like about each film and where each film kind of stands. And so now we, as a Zoe has brought out a foam finger for the audio listeners.
I love that.
So now in this at the tail end of the Miyazaki Magic series, we've come to try to decide and determine as a collective of Nostalgia Plus Ultra which is the best Miyazaki movie. So with that being said, welcome to Miyazaki Madness, a single elimination bracket to determine what Miyazaki movie is the best. When I sent the picture of the bracket out, we had some very slight we already knew where this was gonna go.
I need the photo to get put up.
We already know, yeah, we knew this was gonna go. And so I will right now, for the sake of like the viewers and audio listeners that can't visualize the bracket in front of us, I'll talk about the seeding, where we are at, and kind of our thought process behind how we seeded them. So I'll start with our one seeds. Our one seeds right now are Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, and The Wind Rises. These are the four movies that we, as all three of us, liked the most out of the Miyazaki movies. I know that, you know, Kayla wasn't there with us for the Howl's Moving Castle episode,
but we know.
But we it's one of Miyazaki's big three, and it is. We can't just like not put it as a one seed, and it's one of Kayla's favorite movies. So we can't just, me and Zoe can't just be like, nah, it's not a one seed, because that's just not fair.
It's where it needs to be. I can admit.
Yeah. So then the lower seeds, I'll start with the play-in bracket. These are the lower seeds that have to win a game to get into the actual bracket, and that is My Neighbor Totoro and Castle in the Sky, and Ponyo and Porco Rosso. These two are just the more underrated titles in Miyazaki's catalog, and the ones that, although we liked, aren't really high on our list. So they have to play in to, unfortunately, go up against some big dogs.
I wish I knew how to do a Stephen A. impression, bro.
And then the final ones, what am I missing? Oh, Kiki's Delivery Service and Boy and the Heron. Everything else, as far as like our seating, is basically based on overall popularity and within like the general public, based on like what it did when it came out.
Yeah.
So, you know, Boy and the Heron was a really popular movie. I wouldn't say it reached like Spirited Away levels. Same thing with Kiki's Delivery Service. So we're just kind of, that's why it's seated the way it's seated. So for the viewers at home that are watching this on YouTube, you can see the bracket. I'll put it up at some point in time. But for the audio listeners, if you're jotting down notes at home, that's how we kind of seated everything. just taking a straight up look at the bracket, you know what I'm saying? Kayla and Zoe, what are your initial thoughts? Where do you think we might have some disagreements here?
We know exactly we were gonna have some disagreements, I feel. There's only one bracket that hurts my heart. There's literally just the one. I think the other ones we can come to an understanding.
We can.
And I think that we're gonna have good points, but I don't know. See, like, the winner is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, the winner's gonna be hard. I think like the left side of the bracket, that final four matchup on the left side of the bracket, depending on like how we decide it, is gonna be kind of a tough decision where it can go either way. For how we're going to determine who moves on, I'll just let this go. Since I am the host / producer, I technically have a final say, unless Zoe.
It's wrong. It's wrong because you're gonna choose.
It's a tiebreaker
every time.
It's a tiebreaker.
He's gonna choose
I will be serving as official tiebreaker. He's gonna choose you
because you've known each other since college.
No, if I feel like I have a good point,
where do you think the foam finger came from?
Right, exactly. I feel like you should flip a coin and let fate decide.
That's not how brackets work.
That'd be nasty. We did that for our.
We did that for the shoujo one, the magical girl one. Yeah,
the magical madness. We did that for.
And you know what?
We really couldn't decide.
Fate chose me.
That was ridiculous.
And may it again, please.
Oh my God.
That's not how brackets work. Everything is done by skill, by what's presented, by how it's animated. You don't know how this shit works.
I
That's your Stephen A. Smith impression.
What does
I don't know who that man is.
He's a basketball commentator, but he has very funny clips.
Yeah,
I asked him who would he pick, Goku or Vegeta. Goku or Vegeta.
I remember this actually.
I think he picked Goku, but he doesn't know who they are.
Yeah, he just kind of just randomly picks them.
And you know what? Valid.
Yeah, so I'll have final say as the host and producer of this podcast. But if it's a unanimous decision already, then it's just, if you guys agree, then it's just gonna move on.
Okay.
That makes sense. I'm not gonna come in and be like, well, actually, no. Like if you guys agree on who needs to move on,
it's just more. Like, he's more of just a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm just a tiebreaker.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of get into, like, just for the sake of giving every title a fair shot, we'll kind of talk about quickly what we liked and didn't like about the movie before we come to an official consensus. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So we're gonna start with the play-ins. Okay, we're gonna start with the 8 seeds, so to speak, the 8 and 9 seeds. So we're gonna start in the top left with My Neighbor Totoro versus Castle in the Sky. So starting off, Castle in the Sky was the second movie we watched?
Yeah, it was one of the first ones for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I like this movie, but to be honest, it didn't really do anything to like really stick with me.
I don't think it carries the weight that My Neighborhood Friend Totoro does. Like, not that it's like more like emotional, because I think it's like a little bit older, a little more mature, but how many... My friend Ray Ray's gonna kill me for this because he loves Castle in the Sky, but I just think My Neighborhood Friend Totoro is so important to the Ghibli universe.
It is.
That there's no way it doesn't end up on the board.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. It's not just important to Ghibli. I think it's important to anime in general. When people think of anime, I think one of the things they think of is Totoro.
The little guy.
Yeah.
Just a little guy.
Just the animal.
Who you gonna remember more? Kyrie or Scalabrini?
You're Scalabrini.
He's speaking gibberish.
He's speaking in sports. It's just going.
Can't understand sport.
But yeah, I think since it is technically like a unanimous decision, My Neighbor Totoro definitely is going to move on. Just because, like you said, so it's more of like an influential title to like the overall landscape of anime. I think like even when you look at official merchandise of Studio Ghibli, it's one
the
of
logo.
Icon. Yeah, those little tiny motherfuckers from
He's the logo. He's Jerry West.
For reference, Kayla, Jerry West is the person that's on the NBA logo. Like he played back in like the was it 60s?
That's fun.
Totoro is Jerry West.
Totoro's Jerry West.
And there you go.
Yeah. So let me see. Can y'all still see my screen if I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Neighbor Totoro is
Sky.
moving on. Okay. Second up, we're gonna go bottom left here. We're gonna go Ponyo and Porco Rosso.
This one's tough for me.
This one is tough.
This one's tough? Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, y'all
Yes,
hash it out because I'm the tiebreaker. Y'all hash this one out.
Okay, Andre, you can go first.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. I think Ponyo moves forward because Porco Rosso's good. It is very good. I actually really do enjoy it. There are just some themes in it that get lost in translation. I think it took me a few watches to kind of get it. When I first saw it, I was like a pig pilot, and then as an adult, I was like, oh, it's good. And even Michael Keaton in the English dub is Porco Rosso. It's good. But there's a magic behind Ponyo. Ponyo is one of those it's like you watch it and you get it. And not get it like there's nothing really to understand. It's just time. It's just it envelops you in like a nice warm blanket. And it's way down the line. So I think the animation's a little better. Animation's still great in Porco Rosso. It just looks nicer. They do crazy shit with the fish. Yeah, I don't know. I think Ponyo moves forward.
Okay.
But I can see like I'm not
Okay. So you and I, Andre, are actually on the same page here because I also think that Ponyo should move forward. But it's because of my tism where I like to rewatch certain movies over and over and over again, and I can rewatch Ponyo 1,000 times. I can't do that with Porco Rosso. But it's because, I think I even mentioned it in that episode, I have a thing where I just enjoy seeing land underwater. Visually, it's very appealing to me. It's just a fun time. I think it's a beautiful movie. It's a simple The Little Mermaid love story, basically. Yeah. I love seeing that kookity crazy skinny father fish and his beautiful giant gorgeous wife. I just want to be there. I get emotional for the little old ladies when they can walk again. I just think and they can run and be young. However, I understand the significance of Porco Rosso. I think that it's a good movie, but the men in that movie, in the same way that other older Studio Ghibli movies, they give me ick. And therefore I have no ick in Ponyo. They're hitting on a little girl. So, and I know that hurts because I think that Taylor would have chosen Porco. And he was waiting for one of us to be on that side. And I was like, I could do it for the bit, but I can't do it for my heart. So yeah, I picked Ponyo.
I personally probably would have tried to go with Porco Rosso, just because I think like as far as the movies that we had watched for Studio Ghibli, I think I liked this one. I think more than y'all did. But genuinely, you did. Because I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd, and I was like, it would have gotten a 5 stars. The problem was just Fio. Fio was the only glaring issue why I didn't give it 5 stars.
Also gave it 4 stars. I'm looking at my list on Letterboxd. It's 6 on the list, and it's still at 4. A bunch of these movies are 4 stars.
Yeah,
it's just really dumb.
Yeah, no, it's. I think we wanted to. The reasoning why I'm not mad at Ponyo moving on is I think just like from a visual aspect of it, like it's beautiful. I think Porco Rosso doesn't really like delve into like the really mystical aspects of a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So like it doesn't really
magical.
It doesn't have that kind of like wow factor in terms of animation, which is not a bad thing, but it's just like if you want to head to head it in terms of like visual animation, stuff like that, I think Ponyo takes the case on that one. And then I think it is more rewatchable. I do agree with you on that one. I think Ponyo is a movie you can kind of just put on and just like let it go.
I have seen it way more, like so many times.
Yeah. So I mean, while I definitely would have chosen Porco Rosso, I do see why Ponyo moves on. So I'm not even that mad about it.
Thank you. I love a movie with a song that I can sing or a tune that I can hum, and I automatically go. Ponyo, busy in the sea.
Yep.
Na, 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 na.
Okay.
It's so cute.
Kayla?
Yeah.
So Ponyo has moved on. Totoro has moved on.
I mean, we're going top left again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We can go top left again.
Okay.
You're not over there yet. We're not over there yet. I was gonna start there.
I felt it happening. I was ready.
Okay. So we're gonna swing back around that left side, just that way you can keep things moving. So
I think this one's easy.
Totoro versus My Neighbor Totoro versus Spirited Away.
Yeah, I think
Spirited Away.
It's Spirited Away.
Spirited Away.
In all fairness, though, let's just let's give a little bit of words about Spirited Away and Totoro in terms of what we want to talk about. I think it is a little unfair. Like Spirit, like it's like coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb here.
It's Jerry West versus Michael Jordan. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think if we want to do that, but it's like Totoro has a leg to stand on because of the fact that it is so iconic, and a lot of the merchandise and the not aesthetic, the iconography of Studio Ghibli leans a lot on the drawings that are in and the characters that are in My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
However, if we really want to boil it down, Spirited Away is like the definitive Miyazaki movie.
She is that girl. Like Spirited Away is the movie.
Won an Oscar. Like, for a good reason. Like it deserves all the praise that it gets.
It's so beautiful.
And I saw your face, Taylor. This is Michael Jordan. There's another movie that's more comparable to another athlete in a different sport. And I think you'll understand when we get there.
Okay. I think just in general, though, like looking at this bracket, I think it's gonna be really hard to argue against Spirited Away. I could be convinced, but I do think it's really hard to argue against Spirited Away because of like where it stands in terms of the Miyazaki landscape.
Yeah.
It's in my top 4 on Letterboxd. It's gonna be very hard for me to not give it to Spirited Away.
There's a lot.
It holds such a chunk of my heart.
There's a lot that I can say that I'm going to save for a later debate.
Yes. That's fair. I do want to give a shout out to Totoro though, because like in terms of the kiddie type of movies that in Miyazaki's catalog, I'd say if I had to choose between Totoro and Ponyo, probably choosing Totoro. Low key.
Really?
That's crazy.
Personally.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I think if I had to if I had to choose one of those two movies to rewatch more often than not as like a white noise, or like I just kind of want to sit down and just watch a feel good movie, I'm probably picking Totoro, personally. But that's just me.
I feel like Ponyo does to my brain what Nemo does to my brain, where I'm just like I can go back to being very small, because I remember seeing Nemo in theaters one summer, in like the summer from the 5th grade to the 6th grade, which is like the definitive summer of you're not a kid anymore, your life's over, you're a middle schooler, pop. And so I get that like feeling of everything's okay, this water is washing over me, everything is fine. So I think Totoro is a very important film, but if they were head to head, I'd probably pick Ponyo.
I think I would also pick Ponyo.
Yeah,
you don't like water, and it shows.
Well, black people can't swim. So
I was gonna bring it up. I was gonna say it.
That's crazy time, USA. I'm just talking about the poo.
I was gonna say it.
No. That's crazy. Crazy.
It's coming from me. Like, what are we talking about? It's coming from me. Who actually can swim, though. That's the funny part.
You can swim. You can
swim. The thing is, I actually can swim.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we just inherently hate water,
This next matchup is also too easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's again hydrogen bomb coughing baby. Like, let's just
Yep.
be honest here.
Yeah.
Ponyo and Princess Mononoke. I think again, it's just kind of hard to argue against Princess Mononoke. Like, it's like if Spirit Away isn't the definitive Miyazaki movie, it for damn sure is Princess Mononoke.
Yeah,
You feel me?
The silence of the deer god would kill Ponyo on sight. Just staring at her, and she'd go, like, that's it. Like, there's no way. Like, that scene, especially being able to see it this past year in IMAX, where the silence was so loud I could hear my heart in my ears. No, there's no way that Ponyo moves on. Unfortunately,
there is something about Mononoke that just like from the jump, you kind of get it. It's just like it's that shot of the main character chasing the demon boar, but he's running under the trees, so it's the shadows whizzing past him.
Yeah.
And then you realize this was animated in the 90s, and you're like, this shit is nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or just like the boar in general, like with the darkness, like, or the evil or miasma, or whatever, like just surrounding it and like consuming it. Like, though that shot where it's just like getting eaten is like amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's just, it's really hard to argue against it.
Oh, what is the main character's name? But when he like shoots an arrow at one of these soldiers and his head just pops clean off.
Yeah, when he catches the arrow,
like,
puts it back in the thing and then shoots it. Yeah, that was hard.
Like, how did they animate that? It's so fast.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's just it's amazing how they do that. So yeah, let me go and update this bracket real quick. Just so we are all on the same page here.
Let's hive mind it.
You can just
you copy and paste.
Yeah, all you have to do is double it. If you go like click Princess Mononoke or ignore me.
I'm sorry. I literally just as soon as he
Okay. And then hold on.
There's a
thing that you can just double. Where's your doubling?
Duplicate, no?
Yeah, the duplicate button. ¿Dónde fue? Yeah, and then you drag. Yeah.
We're good to go. Or you can ignore me. It's like, okay, damn.
Sorry.
Let's get into the main event.
So moving on to the finals, we do have Spirit Away and Princess Mononoke in our final, in our first two to move on to the semifinals. Or yeah. So
I'll let Kayla go first because she didn't have her moment in the Howl's Moving Castle episode.
Let me for the audio listeners, let me make sure that we I preface for them. So in the top right corner, we have The Boy and the Heron versus Howl's Moving Castle. This is tough.
This hurts me so much.
It's not.
Because Howl's Moving Castle is part of the big three of Miyazaki movies, so it deserves the 1 seed, but it's going up against probably another like powerhouse in terms of a Miyazaki movie in The Boy and the Heron. And so I will allow we will really let Kayla have the floor because you're right, though, she didn't have
your big guy. Do your
big one.
I'm so nervous. I'm bashful. Okay, so here's the thing. Howl's Moving Castle is one of those movies that really, I think from the moment it starts, I'm taken out of my seat and I'm dropped into the city. I feel like I'm in this little European town. We're at war. I feel the stress. I connect with Sophie as a character. It's not just because Howl is a gorgeous rat. Like, I am obsessed with him. That's one of the first loves of my life. But I think visually, it's so beautiful. There are so many things going on. You are never bored in that movie. There is always a new villain, a new moment where you're like, hey, there's no time to rest. The curse is happening. What's going on with Turnip Head? What's going on with that child? What's going on with the past? What's going on with Calcifer? Like, there's so many layers of magic and mystery that happened the whole time that this is a movie that I will continually go back to just because I just want to hear it. It's also, I know this isn't a big deal for other people, but I, who do not like listening typically to things that are dubbed, this dub is one of the best dubbed anime movies I've ever seen in my life. It is a perfect casting. It is so good. It really, like, it is only a hair away from Spirited Away for me. Now, I also feel very strongly about Boy and the Heron. I think that movie is so beautiful. It's much more meaningful. I think it has much more of an attachment to who Miyazaki is as an artist and who he is as a person. And I love when I see an artist shine through their work. I think that Howl's Moving Castle was fun for him and an escape, but I think that Boy and the Heron is almost a documentary in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like it feels like a big piece of
biography.
Him. Thank you. I think it's so well done. But if I'm gonna fight, if I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna say that I think popularity-wise, Howl's Moving Castle in the real world, outside of the three of us, bigger than who we are, beats Boy and the Heron to the ground every time. No one liked the poopy bird. They chose a bird with issues, a poopy bird with issues over poopy birds, plural, pooping everywhere. So as much as it would hurt me, I feel, to not see Howl's Moving Castle move on, because we're not going this way. To not see Howl's Moving Castle move on would be painful, considering I love a Baba Yaga house, little chicken legs running around, just magically escaping from town to town against a what is it? This not capitalist regime. It's a dictatorship that's going on, and they're just crushing all these other people. I love seeing that story pan out. I also love that the big bad, she a baddie. And I also love the Witch of the West, or the Witch of the
Waste.
Waste, thank you. And I think everyone in that movie is so fun and so well thought out. I think it's geared towards who I am as a person. But I would not be insulted if Boy and the Heron is what moves forward, because I think it is a very good movie. I just think that Howl's Moving Castle is big to me. That's Kayla's movie.
Okay, so you are locking in Howl's Moving Castle.
I'm gonna defend it to the day I die.
Okay, Zoe, are we unanimous, or do you have a difference in opinion?
Let me take you guys on a journey that I had 4 days ago.
Okay.
4 days ago, I think we were talking in the group chat, so I went to my list on Letterboxd to see what my final rankings are. And I had Howl's Moving Castle at 4. And then I was thinking about it.
You moved him down?
And then I was like, it's not better than Mononoke. It's not better than Boy and the Heron. It's not better than Ponyo.
That's not true.
It's not better than Porco Rosso.
That's not true.
It's not better than Nausicaa.
You're actually on drugs.
He is. Howl's Moving Castle is 8th on my list. I think
insulting.
There's genuinely not enough substance in this movie. There's a lot of this is going on, and this is going on, and what's with Turnip Head, and what's going on here, and what's going on there. And then at the end, it's like, oh, we're okay. Huh? Oh, Turnip Head, hey, here I am. Huh? I genuinely think this movie was so hyped up for me that when I saw it, it left me empty. And this is not, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, because you know what it's still at? 4 fucking stars. That's 8 out of 10. I love, the music is great, and I think a lot of people really do cling on to the music, and Howl is a fun character. I don't like him. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah, you don't like a brave man.
I don't think the love is earned at all in this movie. At all. I don't think there's one, it's like, hey, I'm an old lady. Oh, I always knew you were a young lady, and now I love you. What's going on? This is genuinely, I think it's not written or paced well. I think a lot of people saw it when they were younger and they were holding on to the nostalgia, and a lot of people think Howl's hot. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that that's wrong. A lot of people think Space Jam 2 or Space Jam is a great movie. It's kinda not, but I saw it when I was a kid, so I like it. Like, that's kinda, and this is a better movie than Space Jam. I genuinely can go the rest of my life without seeing this movie ever again, and I'll be and I'll be fine. Like, I don't need to watch this movie again. I didn't get anything out of it. It didn't give me anything compared to The Boy and the Heron, that just feels so important. And there's something that I think the both of you can agree with. It just, there's more weight to The Boy and the Heron. Yeah. And maybe that just resonates with someone like me. I just find the life and story of an artist, an auteur, an animator, that much more interesting.
I said that too, but you also said some insulting things. Like, no, I feel like it's just so whimsical. Like, some things just don't have to be explained. Like, at the end of the day, we don't have another 5 hours to go into the story, which is why some things just should just be shows and not movies. But I don't feel like this is empty. Like, I don't feel that Howl's Moving Castle. I think it's about growing up, and I also don't think that Sophie and Howl's love is not true, and it's not just him seeing her not as an old lady. It's him journeying through being a man himself, because all he's ever done is run away from his problems until he realizes, oh my god, I keep running away, and that's what got me into this mess in the first place, and this woman helped me see that.
It's never really there, because even at the end when she's like, oh, this is my home, and she goes, you're running away again, like, there's never really a point in time where you see that he's learned that until the end, until where everything is wrapped up. Yay, hooray, we're gone.
So when I had my issues about
the end.
So when I had my glaring issue with Miyazaki movies being the 15-minute rule.
This is the worst contender.
For that one?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
No.
I'd argue that's not the case.
Castle in the Sky for sure.
Castle in the Sky is one of the worst offenders.
Everything the last 15 minutes.
Kiki's Delivery Service. Kiki's Delivery Service is another really bad.
Kiki's is worse.
Weightless in the Wind. No.
But Howl's Moving Castle, I don't think deserves the hype.
And
I think it does.
Thank you so much.
I
don't think that at the end of the day it's gonna beat out Boy and the Heron, because we all love what it means to Hayao Miyazaki. To Miyazaki, and I think that it is a heavier movie. But I think when people think of Studio Ghibli movies, they want a moment of reprieve. They want to be set free from being in reality and having to think big, heavy thoughts. And I think sometimes someone wants to turn on a Studio Ghibli movie and go, I would like to be in a magical little land with magical little characters that take me away from the mundane and horrible things happening all the time. And in Boy and the Heron, hey, guess what? That's in your face 24/7.
That's fine.
Your mama died. You're sad.
That's fine. Just because it's not as good as Boy and the Heron doesn't mean you can't see it.
But you saying I can go with this, never watching it
me
again.
Personally, it's a personal thing. I can never see this movie again and be fine. All I have to do to consume this movie is listen to the fantastic soundtrack.
And you think Nausicaa's better?
I think Nausicaa's more fun. I have more
fun.
Yes, I have more fun.
I think it's more environmentally, like, it has a story about the environment.
There's more of an adventure. Also, you weren't here. You weren't here. My biggest problem with this movie was, I'm an old lady. I have to find a way to get young. It feels like they forget about that. it feels that's her whole thing. She's trying to.
But that's the thing. That's the point. It doesn't matter that she is becoming older. It doesn't matter,
Correct.
and it doesn't. And truly, it's a story about her finding herself, and she becomes comfortable with being old.
But
because she's
before
comfortable
she
with who
learns
she
that,
is.
before she learns that, it just feels like, hey, what are we doing here? What, you're gonna go help him? You're gonna go in front of the crowd or the king
Yes.
for him?
She saw
you're not
bigger
here
things.
to do that. It just
She
feels.
found a new purpose.
But it doesn't. It's not. She didn't learn that yet. It just feels like, oh, I'm doing one thing. I'm doing this thing now.
This would have been great during the episode, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. This would have been a great talk during the actual episode.
It just feels like the plot was forgotten.
I feel like plots, much like life, can change. We're not everything is Naruto going, I'm gonna be Hokage.
I
And
agree.
then that's the whole thing all the time. Sometimes you're like, I'm gonna start off with this journey and realize somewhere along the way, I have grown as a person and I have new things to do. I have a new purpose.
There are a lot of movies that do that.
Yes, and I think this is one of them.
But this movie is not written like that. Because the whole point,
We're watching two different movies.
What you're saying, she doesn't learn to be okay with it and then change. She changes, and then later on in the movie, the goal is still to become like that's still the point of the movie. It's like there's nothing written, there's nothing shown, there's nothing even told to us that she's finally like whatever. Like this is not her goal anymore.
I think it is implied when you just see a young version of herself with gray hair that she has decided to take these two parts of who she is. She doesn't care about being young anymore. She doesn't care about being old anymore.
Correct.
She wants to live in the moment.
But that's later.
And go on an adventure.
That happens way later. That happens after all the shit I'm talking about.
Because other magical things are happening around her that take precedent.
It doesn't make sense.
Move Boy in the Heron forward and set me free of these shackles.
Let me give my tiebreaker's opinion here, I guess.
Oh.
I'll start with Boy and the Heron. Because we all spent more time talking about Howl's Moving Castle than you did Boy and the Heron.
Defending my bird.
But I think, seeing it for the first time watch throughs for a lot of these, except for Spirited Away, for me personally. So messaging is great. I think it's beautifully animated. I think that, looking back through it a second time, like I'd say it's on the not as like high up there on the list in terms of like the visuals and the animation, even though that one shot of what's his name, like running through the fire and people to get to his mom is a great shot. But in terms of like the rest of the movie, there's not anything like overtly like beautifully done in that movie animation wise, even though it is pretty. I'm not gonna say it's not. Soundtrack head to head with Howl's Moving Castle, it's just like I think Howl's Moving Castle has a way better soundtrack, honestly.
It's more iconic
For sure. I think here's my thing with Boy and the Heron is it's one of those movies that you definitely can watch, and then but at the same time, like I don't know if I want that heavy of a topic to keep continuously rewatching. Howl's Moving Castle is a fun movie. Like it's a very, very, very fun movie, and it's like one of those like ones that you can definitely put on multiple times. Like, I think it's just beautifully done. And so like I say all that to say, like this was a harder toss up than I thought it was going to be. But if I had to like choose one, and I think I chose it off of what it did popularity wise, and unfortunately, Kayla, I have to move Boy and the Heron forward.
Wow.
But it was going.
So did I.
No, I'm sorry. Because of the fact that I literally could not decide, and I was like, I need something between the two of them to like give something the edge. And unfortunately, I gave the fact that the Boy and the Heron won a fucking Golden Globe as the edge over Howl's Moving Castle.
Because it's a better movie.
It's not the people's choice, but
does my justification make sense though? Because like
I think it makes sense.
I looked through like
I think that you
awards.
just like Andre more than me,
Okay.
and that's fine. No, I'm kidding. I know that you're not. It's fine. Like I said, at the end of the day, I recognize that Boy and the Heron is a very good movie. I very much enjoyed the movie. I think I also gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. Am I heavily influenced by the fact that Howl's Moving Castle was one of my first favorite anime movies? Absolutely.
For sure.
However,
That's valid.
I do not like the slander that was brought
I'm not
upon
gonna.
it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna slander Howl's Moving Castle. I enjoyed it.
You didn't, and you know what? And I appreciate you. But yeah, I knew going in that it was probably gonna lose. There was a moment there in the way that you were wording things that I thought God was appearing in front of me. But it's fine.
Thought even before my rant that Howl's Moving Castle was going to move forward, I just wanted to get my piece off. Genuinely, I was okay with it moving forward. But if you pick the Boy and the Heron, then let's fucking go.
I think when I was doing it, I was like, I genuinely enjoyed both movies a lot, and I was like, it's hard for me to make a decision on these movies, and I was like, there's got to be something for me that I can point to and be like, okay, I think, like, even though it is a little bit, trivial, a little contrived with awards won in terms of like instead of like how I felt about it, I literally was just like, it could go either way. And the fact that like Howl's Moving Castle didn't win any like significant awards when it was out, as opposed to Boy and the Heron winning a Golden Globe in 2024, I was like, okay, I think that might have to be the separator, because I really couldn't figure out, I couldn't like make a firm decision on it.
Fair.
So for the viewers and listeners at home, it's not like off of a personal opinion. It's like me. This is another sports reference for Zoe. It's like me comparing Michael Jordan and LeBron to like titles won. Like it's like ring culture.
Sure. I think what you said is kind of what I said. I just said it in a louder and a little bit meaner way.
Yeah.
You bird pooped on my movie when they're both about bird poop at the end of the day.
There's a reason why the Boy and the Heron got more rings.
What's Boy and the Heron? Like, what's the...
I'm almost positive Howl's Moving Castle, just in the...
I think it's more liked
popular
by people.
eye.
In the cultural zeitgeist, Howl's Moving Castle is more popular. I think mainly, I think it's just it's the aesthetic and...
Okay, Boy and the Heron, 3.9. And then...
Damn! That's higher than I thought, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree. And Howl's Moving Castle, 4.3. They're not that far apart.
Yeah. I think the
However,
aesthetic of Howl's Moving Castle...
However, it does have way more 5s.
The aesthetic of Howl's Moving Castle and Howl, in general, is why I think it has that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
also,
bro,
the soundtrack is like a TikTok sound.
Yeah, I think the main song is like one of those like very pretty songs you can put on anything. And then like I think the amount of like merch I've seen of Howl's like whatever jacket like the checkerboard jacket thing, I'm just like, there's just not really going to be any like iconic merch or memorabilia or anything like that is going to stand out super high in terms of Boy and the Heron. But like, I don't know. I couldn't really make a decision, and it's just I had to go with ring culture.
Before we move on, I need people to know. Both of you know how much I do love a good romance. Yes. This wasn't moved forward just because ill lovey-dovey. I love a good romance. But this movie, when she told him, "But I love you," I rolled my eyes.
I mean, I don't know. I think for Howl, I think the romance and a lot of stuff in that movie, even like the anti-war sentiment and like how Howl ended up there in the first place is more subtextual.
Yeah.
If anything, like a lot of it happens behind the scenes. And even though like the main goal for Sophie was to turn back young, and like she kind of found a purpose that took precedent, I guess, in trying to make Howl a better person, I guess.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I'm getting cold.
You just said it was 81 degrees in the... You heard me. I said, I thought you said it was 81 degrees in your room. He was like, yeah. Boy. This next one is going to be...
Easy. Like
Super easy.
without a doubt, honestly.
The final four
Wind
is
Ri-
gonna be nuts.
Yeah, that is gonna be nuts. Also, I checked. I rated Boy in the Heron 3.5, and I rated Howl's Moving Castle 4. But you know that I do my thing off of rewatchability. I can't rewatch Boy in the Heron all the time because I'll become depressed.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
makes sense. Does make sense. In terms of overall fun factor, I definitely would give it to House Moving Castle.
Yeah.
That's. I really was like, dude, I have no fucking clue which one to choose.
The way you were wording it, bro, I was clutching my pearls. I was like, he's picking me. He's picking me. And no, you tricked me.
I'm
You
sorry.
deceiver. It's okay.
I'm sorry. It's
No, you have to follow your heart. And the heart was, the Golden Globe or whatever.
yeah. That was the only deciding factor for me.
Nuts.
Sorry about that.
I gave a good argument though, I feel.
You did. You really did give a good argument for it.
Yeah.
I think Zoe, had a good argument. He just was a lot more mean about it.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything personal.
¿Y pa' qué?
Okay, so we're back, and it probably another hydrogen bomb coughing baby situation for a third
100%.
time. Kiki's Delivery Service versus The Wind Rises. In fairness to Kiki's Delivery Service, we need to at least talk about the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Another one of those like Totoro situations where a lot of the iconography of Studio Ghibli is tied to Kiki's Delivery Service.
I've
Mhm.
seen her little silhouette on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
The broom,
Also,
the silhouette,
Gigi
The cat.
everywhere.
Gigi. Yeah. So
Which is, again, a lot of merch about Gigi. This movie's biggest downfall.
Gigi?
Yes. Not being able to talk to Gigi again.
Yes, actually.
That moved this movie down for me in stars. And I know that as a child, that probably would have ruined me. But I will say, if I had seen Kiki's Delivery Service as a child, I'm sure I would have had a much harder time releasing The Wind Rises if that wasn't going to be what we moved forward. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, The Wind Rises is moving forward. That's a 5. That's a 5 out of 5. Big movie in every way.
It's so hard because on my list, Kiki's Delivery Service is 11th because it's including Nausicaa. It's last on
Right.
the list, but it's not a bad movie.
No, it's not a bad movie.
No,
at
it's
all.
not a bad movie.
It's very
It is
cutie,
the
very
worst.
fun.
It is the worst example of the 15-minute rule,
It is.
though.
It is. It is.
It is. We have nothing. It's a movie about nothing until the last 50 minutes. I love a movie about nothing, clearly.
Yeah.
But no. And that little boy, like, I wanted more about the grandma. I wanted more about her little friend.
Yeah.
If
I
they
wanted
were
more about
witches,
witches. There was so much that, unlike Howl's Moving Castle, where I feel like you can infer some information, this was just like, you'll never know. Fish pie, though. Keep it
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I don't know.
oh, okay.
It almost felt like episodes
Yes.
because there's the mini arc of the painter in the woods.
Yeah, it just felt like I was coming in and out of consciousness. And the whole time I was like, I've learned something new.
and then it's like the little mini arc with like the boy trying to learn how to fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It feels
It's
like
just-
little
yeah.
little episodes. That's a very good way to put it.
And even like the other witches in training. Like I wish they would have said something like you meet one of them in the
Yes!
first like 10 minutes and then you
And-
never see another one.
And clearly her design stuck because they ended up using it later in Jujutsu Kaisen. I love
Yeah.
when I see things
Yeah.
show up in other things. Actually, a very small, short takeaway. I recently saw The Big Lebowski for the first time this past week, and it's also a movie about nothing. But they're always in a bowling alley, and the scene where they're cleaning the bowling balls they use
Yeah.
in the opener of Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man is the opening is a bunch of
Is
movie
a bunch of
references.
Movie
references.
references.
Right. But I had never seen what it was referencing, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's the movie. And that was the most important part about The Big Lebowski to me. That's
don't-
what I saw it.
I don't appreciate your star rating, but I honestly understand.
You get it.
Of the Big Lebowski.
For
That's-
Kayla.
It's a movie that it really doesn't resolve. Nothing resolves. You resolve one problem
Yeah.
of a bajillion problems. I was stressed that whole movie. I'm like, nothing and everything is happening at the same time. Even Samuel was like, in the middle of it, he goes, "Do we turn this off?" And I'm like, "We gotta see it through, my guy. We gotta see it through." And I was there like scratching to be released.
That's so funny.
But it's like it's still good, but it's also super weird to see John Goodman play a mean character. I don't like seeing him mean. That is a sweet man. Why is he a mean vet?
He played
the army.
What was that one movie we watched though? I know we're getting way off topic. What was that one movie we watched that was like the in the bunker? It was like attached to
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That movie's fucking awesome. He's mean in that too.
He's terrified in that one.
John Goodman is terrifying in that.
Yeah. But that's a role I prefer instead of him being like a crazy person who always talks over people and is mean and like, you're always wrong, I'm always right. Anyway, he reminded me of Andre. So
I love a good Coen Brothers movie.
Right.
Okay. So it is. I think we can get into actually about the Wind Rises next round, but because there's just no other real like debate on where this thing was going to go, regardless. So
I think this next matchup is going to be a little tough.
This one's hard. Like genuinely, this one's hard. And so
are we starting on the left or the right?
We got to start on the left.
Okay.
Starting on the left. This is a tough matchup here. Spirited Away versus Princess Mononoke.
I'm gonna get yelled at.
The silence is speaking volumes now.
I know. I. This is so exhausting, bro.
Listen, Princess.
I have to pick Spirited Away.
Oh,
I have to.
Wait, so do I. Yes! I thought you were gonna pick Princess Mononoke.
No, it's Spirited Away. It's in my top 4. It's so magical.
Listen, Princess Mononoke is really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good.
It's so good.
But
Truly.
Mononoke's that guy.
It is.
Mononoke is them. Non-gendered.
But you mean Spirited Away, correct?
Spirited Away. Yes, my bad.
Okay. I for a second I was like, "Are you back? What are we? Are you backtracking?"
No, I meant Spirited Away. Spirited Away is them.
I think that Princess Mononoke is an insanely good movie. It is a movie that I will rewatch to feel something, to feel alive, to be connected to a spiritual higher power. Like it gives me like a very close rush to the Prince of Egypt. It's like this is what it gives me. It's so good. But Spirited Away has that special sauce that tickles my brain, and I have to pick it.
Yeah, I think there's so much to be said about Princess Mononoke that's amazing, and even even though I never saw it in IMAX, I feel like the IMAX experience honestly like heightens that.
100%.
And it's like everything you want in a Miyazaki movie. However, it is also a victim of the 15-minute rule, in my opinion. Kind of.
30 minute.
Yeah, kind of. It kind of has that like when a bunch of the animals start dying really late, and then they don't really resolve too much with the spirit deer, and then it kind of just like a lot of stuff just kind of like, I think I don't know if I said this in that episode, but like it just kind of like a lot of stuff just kind of happens really fast at the end of the movie, and then everything kind of gets resolved. Spirited Away though is perfectly paced.
Yes.
It has, and me and Zoe talk about this, it has literally everything that you could want in a Miyazaki movie. Everything that is good about Miyazaki movies is in this movie.
From subtext to little guys.
Yep.
It's all in little guys.
It's all there. You want a journey about growing up? You want to it's everything. It's everything. It's such a good movie, and again, There's 2 here that are gonna kill me, and I rather just have Taylor take it because I'm not gonna be able to pick. I'm gonna bow out gracefully because I watch them for very different reasons, but they're both 5s in my book.
Yeah. So I mean, all right. I mean, it's tough for Princess Mononoke, but we're gonna have to
close
take Spirited Away. Very close game, like game 7.
Yeah.
But Spirited Away, actually, I can't even move it across.
You could move them half and half, like on that middle bar, and then
put
put the winner.
I was
gonna say put the winner on the actual cup.
Yeah. Oh,
So scoot them next to each other and then put the winner on the cup.
I feel
So like here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
obviously, okay, we haven't even talked about these two yet.
No, you don't even
but
have, you don't even have to. You don't even have to. Just go. You
I
know,
made-
already,
I made
you
my-
got it.
fairness,
I
let's
already
just talk about
I
it.
already defended the boy in the heron enough.
We haven't even talked about the Wind Rises yet.
It's the
We
win,
haven't.
right?
It's the
the
we
winner.
haven't
Wind
even talked about it.
And we can talk about it right now. If you want your heart ripped out of your chest, and you also just you want to follow a boy who becomes a man, who becomes a husband, who becomes like I cried that whole episode.
You
I
really did.
cried the whole episode. There was no. This movie broke me.
You know what it is? I think this movie was just the biggest surprise for all of us.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
no one really talks about it, and I don't
No.
understand
what a
why.
sleeper. Yes. I thought this was going to be at the same level of Porco Rosso, where I was like, it's going to be good. I'm going to learn something.
Mhm.
I'm going to get a cool line. I'd rather be a pig than a fascist. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
get a cool line. And I'm going to get, and then I jumped off the balcony and came back a ghost.
And then she goes off on the train.
And
And when the train passes by, he goes, he felt it. He
I
felt it.
can't start crying again. That movie is so. This is one that's so grounded in reality
Yeah.
about things that were actually happening. Which, if you know me, I love an escape. But for here, I was like, I'm chomping at the bit of reality, and I'm trying to make it move like a horse. Like I can't talk about how good this movie is and how more people need to be watching it.
Mhm.
Yes, for sure. I think I honestly kind of agree with you. Like I thought it was gonna fall into that, like, you know, not Princess Mononoke, but like that Porco Rosso type
Yes.
of vibe, where it was
Yeah.
gonna be a good movie from start to finish, but like nothing super extraordinary, and then it just fucking uppercuts you in the feelings, and you're like, oh,
And yes, it is based in reality, but then there are the dream sections where it's still
Yeah.
The
like
dreams
magical.
are really cool. Yes.
God damn it, man.
yeah, man.
Like, I also want to meet an Italian man in my dreams. For sure. For sure. Let's make it happen. And when he sees his wife one last time and she just blows away into a cloud,
Yeah, that's nuts.
Kayla, let's make an airplane.
let's make an airplane. We can't say that. Why did I copy you? Echolalia is the death of me. Fun sounds.
Holy shit. Okay.
Take me home.
So the Wind Rises has officially moved on.
This is tough.
This is
Okay.
really hard.
Let me introduce this for you know, if we do a clip, or if we, you know, for the audio listeners. In the final round, the championship round of Miyazaki Madness, we have the final two, Spirited Away versus The Wind Rises. Now, I am the tiebreaker vote in this. So
God, I'm gonna be sick.
so if you two want to present your opening statements and arguments, you are
So-
free to do it now.
So Taylor, remember when I said there's another movie on here that's comparable to another athlete in a different sport?
Yes.
So if Spirited Away is Michael Jordan,
Okay.
The Wind Rises is Shohei Ohtani.
From baseball?
It's a newer
Okay.
contender that's already, at least in our circle, considered one of the GOATs.
Right.
Fair.
It's a surprise because Ohtani comes from Japan. Who's this guy? He throws from both sides and he hits too. What the fuck is going on?
I'm glad I know this one. I'm an Ohtani fan.
And I
Yeah.
understand that it's hard to compare a basketball
It is.
legend to a baseball
And
newcomer.
so we shouldn't. And they should both get the cup.
No, that's not how
We
sports
can't
work.
do that. We can't do that. We
That's
can't
not
do
how
that.
competitions work.
I don't want them to fight. I want them to both be happy in the cup.
I want to know what your pick is, Kayla. And I think I already know what it is.
It's really hard for me to pick. Like,
What's your gut say?
I have to think. Because the thing is that, like, Spirited Away is always going to hold a special place in my heart because it also makes me cry. And I feel like a lot of the growing, not that I had the same life as Chihiro, obviously, but a lot of the growing that she goes through, I feel as I've gone through my adult life, where you have to learn how to like move away from things and solve your own problems and be a big girl at work. And there's a lot of like discovery that happens, and there's a lot of giving up parts of yourself so that you can become a better person. And I don't know, like there's a lot of layers, but The Wind Rises took the air out of my lungs. That movie is so good, but true to who I am as a person, the way that I watch movies and the way that I experience art is, even though I enjoy a new thing, I am the type of person that needs to be comforted, and I'm always going to go back to what brings me joy. Even though I love The Wind Rises, I think that it's phenomenal and it deserves to be here. I feel like I have to pick Spirited Away. And a part of me is like disappointed that I can't pick The Wind Rises. Again, it's so good. But Spirited Away does something to me, and like I'm sure if they put the little scanners on my brain, they would see neurons like popping off. It belongs at the top, I feel.
So
Honest, that makes sense, and I'm not surprised at that. I don't know if you know, Taylor, but Kayla understands I'm going back to Letterboxd. I don't give a lot of movies 5 stars.
yeah,
Right.
I think
This is true.
that is a higher echelon. And for a while, I had 7 movies on here.
Mm-hmm.
There's now 8, and it's The Wind Rises.
Right.
This movie is so, and I understand that, again, this is another movie that's so geared towards me. It's about a guy. It's about a guy that happened in real life.
yeah.
I kind of love those movies. Not really, because it is kind of fictionalized.
Yeah, I mean it's dramatized for the sake of like being a good movie.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the stuff that happened with his wife, it did not happen that way in real life.
No, like I think it was like
Yeah.
it was. I think some of the stuff that happened to his wife happened to like Miyazaki's mom,
Yes.
and then even like some of the characters. Like I mentioned that there's like a book that's like about. Because they mentioned like the mountains, right?
Yes.
Where like
Right.
what's his name's wife has to go to get better,
Right.
and like the mountains. And like that one Russian or German spy character are based on like
Yeah.
a separate book. So like he's not
Yes.
even part of the real story. So like they definitely have added some stuff into it to make it like a an actual good movie or story to tell.
But this movie just I resonate so much because it's all
I'm not
about
mad.
it's all about what's mine is mine, and I'm proud of it. And
Yeah.
and I don't care what you guys use it for. I did it, and I'm proud of it, and this
Yep.
is my dream.
Yeah.
Dream. And I was gonna bring it up for people who are tight with the movie scene. That new Josh Safdie movie, Marty Supreme, Timothy Chalamet, kind of looks like the same thing. It's based on a guy. It's not a movie about the real guy, but it's inspired by a real ping pong player. And the base of the movie, or the tagline, is "Dream Big." That's me, bro. Dream big. And this is big dreams in the
This is big
middle
dreams.
in the middle of the Axis powers, 1940s. Like, come on. I
get it. I literally, I could not. I am not mad. I think that this movie.
I'm not mad at you or your pick either.
Thank you. And yeah, I think that there is nothing on this list that could have beat Spirited Away, if Taylor chooses it, than The Wind Rises. Because I also like, I do laugh that we did get to like The Boy and the Heron and The Wind Rises, neck and neck, because they are both about the loss of a mother. So they obviously they both carry weight, but I think unanimously feel that The Wind Rises did that
so much better.
tenfold. Like
so
it
much
was,
better.
It's crazy how well they did it, and I just like.
Because the world
have,
building
like,
of
very
the world
light
building of the Boy and the
magical
Heron
side.
is its detriment for that.
Yeah.
The world building of the Boy and the Heron is
Yes.
is to its detriment.
I agree.
When it
Yes,
comes to
I
explaining
agree.
the death of a loved one,
Yes.
in comparison to Wind Rises.
Yes.
So that's why it moved on for me, at least.
Right.
All right, what are you picking, brother?
Oh man, this is so fucking hard. To be honest, I think that I know I said Spirited Away is the definitive Miyazaki movie in terms of everything that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was talking about D&D. Say it.
Sorry, I think Spirited Away, like I said earlier, is the definitive Miyazaki movie. I think that there is nothing like everything you want in a Miyazaki movie that is good is
Are you
in
tricking me
this
again?
movie. I may or may not be tricking you here. And I hate that I have to do this because like I love Spirited Away actually. Like I really enjoyed it. Like it's another one of those movies I gave 5 stars.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like, everybody has like a Letterboxd top 4 or whatever. I have not updated my Letterboxd, but The Wind Rises is in my top 4.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's
because
awesome.
I don't. There's something about that movie that just
Yep.
it. And I'll say this too. Like when it comes to favorite movies or movies that you really enjoy, I think not that I disagree with you, Kayla, but like I am not a proponent of like you have to watch it. You have to be able to rewatch it multiple times to love it.
I know that's a weird thing about me. That's not a normal thing for people.
And I think it might be. I think like if people in terms of like their favorite movies, I feel like if they could go to a movie
I thought
and
Andre
keep
was
watching.
frozen for a second.
No, I didn't too.
Until I saw the finger wiggle lip. I'm like, oh, we lost him.
But I do think like their rewatchability does factor into a lot of people's opinions on their favorite movies. Like, I do think that's a big factor. I think for me, there are some movies that I can definitely watch maybe once or twice, or like I gotta be in a specific mood to watch the movie, or like I'm explaining to somebody like what a movie means to me. I might not watch it all the time, but like if someone was to be like, hey, like I want to put on a movie that's gonna like I want to watch a work of art. I'm gonna put on The Wind Rises. You see what I'm saying?
I get that.
Like I'll say like Fruitvale Station is a great movie to me. I'm never watching that movie fucking again. I'm never watching that movie again. Fruitvale Station. Well, Michael B. Jordan. It is a movie that it tackles like
it's really good,
like police brutality and stuff like that. But it's like
director of Sinners.
It's Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. And then it's a movie that I will only watch one time and never watch again. But if you end up watching it, you'll understand why, because it's very sad. But like that movie is amazing. But again, I'm not gonna watch it again.
Right?
You see what I'm saying?
I get that. I get that.
The Wind Rises to me is not one of those movies specifically, but like a movie that like I may not watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And it may be a situation where I might not watch it again for another few years. But I might be feeling some type of way and put it on, and I'll get the same feeling as if I watched it for the first time.
That's me with Sing Sing currently. I thought the movie was phenomenal. I can't watch that for another like 5 years.
I know we're getting off topic again, but I saw it the same night Kayla did after work. Have you seen it, Taylor?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Hey, get ready to cry until you throw up.
Famously, I don't really.
It has one of my favorite actors in it, Dolman Kamingo. I love him.
I don't really cry. I do tear up. I get teary-eyed. The last movie that made me shed a tear was Toy Story 4. Even though I don't think that movie should exist, I do.
You didn't shed a tear during the One Piece short movie?
No.
Does that count as a movie?
No, but I didn't shed a tear.
I thought you did.
This movie, I sent a voice note to the group chat, and I was like stuffy. I was like, man, fuck this movie, man.
Oh, man.
It was so good.
Cool. Yeah,
but back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think so. To kind of wrap up my thing, I'll be choosing. I know, Kayla, you're 0 for 2 on trying to get me as a swing vote here, but
I'll give you that.
Going through the motions and feeling things and sitting with our feelings and going through pain. However, I think this life is incredibly short, and sometimes I just want to feel joy, and it makes me sad when art pieces or media or music gets kind of diminished because it doesn't have meaning. Sometimes you can just listen to a pop song and have it be your favorite because it brings you joy. Sometimes a movie can be silly and jaunty and can move forward despite not being as deep as something else. So that one hurt because I feel like Howl's Moving Castle does have a place in that world where people can just sit down and watch and feel good. And that's okay. Like, we don't have to sit and feel things all the time.
Yeah.
But I cry during Spirited Away and The Wind Rises for different reasons. And I think The Wind Rises is just written, it's not written better. It's written deeper. So I'm not mad that it moves forward. I think I think that it carries, it flies through the wind to the top spot. And I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, as far as Howl's Moving Castle, it was a situation where I was like, I mean, I really could not decide. And I hate that it's a cop out using the awards it won as a
One
precedent.
day Joy will win, and that'll be fine for me.
All right, so
Yay!
The Wind Rises.
Confetti, confetti, confetti.
There might be some people angry with us if we were to post this on TikTok. However,
we should do it.
Whatever.
I'm standing 10 toes on it. The Wind Rises is
10 toes.
And it could have gone either way, honestly. Like we could give it, if we give out like co-best movie of Miyazaki's discography or filmography.
That's worse.
But this is a competition, you know what I'm saying? It's a bracket.
Right.
So there's gotta be a winner, there's gotta be a loser.
Right.
So yeah, I think I like our list. I know top right is gonna be something that we mentioned for many years to come.
It's more so the way he said it. I understand his argument, but it was the way.
Correct. I just know it.
Oh my gosh. So we're at the hour 15 mark, so I don't think we can get into Digital Circus today, Kayla.
Next
We
week.
can do it another time.
Next
We can
ep.
definitely next episode we can talk about some summer anime before they start to wrap up, and then we can kind of talk about
Digital Circus.
Yeah,
if that's
fine
cool.
with
Yeah.
I might perchance need to watch a few more of them to make sure I'm up to speed.
You just gotta watch them on YouTube. They're not on Netflix yet.
I think they're very good, T. I think you'd like them.
Okay.
There's also an after credit scene on the last episode, so don't forget that.
How many episodes are out currently?
6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teeny tiny.
Okay, that's fine. I'll see if I can catch up in time. At least watch enough to where I'm not just sitting there not talking and it's just y'all two going.
Yeah, we gotta talk about things.
Okay. Y'all got anything else?
The missus is here, so I gotta go.
Okay. Y'all good?
Wait. Yes.
Okay. We're good? Okay, so make sure.
Yes.
That's all for today. I've been Taylor, aka Nostalgia, as told by Zoe. K likes everything. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.